Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. What we're gonna do today is exactly what you read in the title. Max skill 6-star Edward of Woodstock. All in one video. Right, so my plan was to do it completely different. My plan was to hold all the resources back and actually do a triple max skill legendary video. So that was my plan, to do one video, you know, to be like really unique, where I max skills of 3 legendaries. That's a little bit too much to wait, to be honest, and if you have the resources, why don't make use of them? That's exactly what I said. So here I am, I'm gonna max skill Edward. As I said, that he's gonna be a commander that I'm gonna max. I've done the video, I've done his commander spotlight. He is very useful. Field battles, we're gonna have to test him out, but definitely in terms of rallies, he's a beast. He's a complete beast when it comes to rally. Not to mention that I have YSG maxed out, which in my opinion is his best pair if you don't have Tomiris max skills. Tomiris is gonna follow, but until then we're gonna have to use YSG. Before anything else, I'm talking about legendaries, okay? So I want to give you guys some general tips and advices. First one is how many stars you need to max out a legendary. That's a roughly number, and it's calculated in normal stars, normal regular stars. I got into 4-star already. I'm trying to reduce the time of the video as much as I can. So that's a roughly numbers in terms of stars that you need to 6-star a legendary. And another important one is how many sculptures you need to max out a legendary commander, and that's 690. So if you don't have the unique specific legendary sculptures, you need the universal ones. Another more important things, talents only work from the primary commander. It applies to the second in command and your army, but they only work from the primary commander. It's same for the equipment. Equipment on any commanders, same as the talents on any commanders, they only work from the primary commander. Let's get on to it and let's get his skills done. So as I said, I'm hoarding a lot of universal legendary sculptures. After him, the next one is going to be Tomiris, that I max skills, and after that is going to be Alexander. But let's see how far we can go. Right now we are just gonna max skill Edward of Woodstock. So let's go ahead, let's see how fast we can get this done. Oof, this is going pretty damn fast for a couple of months of savings. Oof, that's a lot of sculptures, yo, that are going down. You gotta spend them. There's no point on saving them if you're not spending them, right? And after this one, here comes the expensive one, guys. The 75. This is where the drainage of the sculptures is. This is where the majority of players actually don't like. When they get on the last 4 skills. Now I'm literally on the last skills on Edward of Woodstock. Let's go ahead, let's get it done. Confirm. And the moment I've been waiting for. Upgrade. Successful. When the army led by this commander contains only archer units, increase skill damage by 25% and decrease damage dealt to infantry units by archer units. Increase damage dealt. That sounds pretty awesome. But now there is one more step to go. And that is unlocking his expertise. Expertise attained. All or nothing. That is exactly what I've just done. All in or nothing. Increase normal attack and counterattack damage dealt by 50% for 2 seconds after using a skill. That actually sounds pretty awesome, though. It actually does. But we are not done yet. This guy's max skills, but this guy needs to go to 6-star. So let's go ahead, let's pump up the experience, because we do have a large amount of experience. How they say? How? Look at that. So he's level 40 and I'm still using the 100 cards. That's another 34 million on the 100 cards. Let's go ahead and let's mac this up and develop. Who doesn't like to spam this button of develop? Look at that, he's 58% already. I didn't even check how many stars I went in. I think I was about 700. I know it's usually about 150. What? And? No! Come on. Alright, so I spent about 170 stars. That's unusual. That is really, really unusual. 170 stars. Did they increase the experience? It used to be around 150 from 4 to 5 star. Alright, so he's 5 star. Well, I hope that I do have what it takes to get into 6 star. You never know. Let's go ahead, let's pump this button. Let's get into. Oh wow, they're becoming very, very expensive. I'm using like 10,000 of these to actually increase. Oh, look at that. So I still have 17 million experience on the 100 cards and I got him to 6 stars. Now this looks very interesting. I actually think I'm gonna use some of this. Well, so I got him to 56%. Using like 18 of these and I don't know how many of those, like 10 of those, pretty much. That's pretty decent. Now I have to go the usual way with these ones. These ones used to cost about 400, 450 whenever you're upgrading from 5 to 6 stars, but you know. And how far is it? 94%. And 99%. 1, 2, 3. That's it. And Edward of Woodstock. Upgrade successful. 6 star. So I unlock him. I basically can actually get into level 60, guys. And I'm telling you that that was the sole purpose of the video, to actually get him to level 60. But there is a reason why I'm not getting him to level 60. So I'm gonna tell you why I'm not getting him to level 60. Not because I lack experience. You guys notice that I have a plethora of experience. Another 28 million, there's nothing. There's what, 28,000 cards of 1,000? I won't even feel the difference. But the reason I'm not stick starring him is because I don't actually gonna rally with him. So anything that I kill right now, barbarians or whatever I'm gonna kill, I'm gonna use him. So I'm gonna gain a lot of experience just by that, because right now I literally have no commander to upgrade. I mean, even John is level 60, so I'd rather keep him as 6 star. He's a very good and powerful commander, and just level him until I'm gonna actually make a use of him. And in any war situation, if anything happens, I have the experience. I can just literally press the plus, place the cards. It's gonna take me 30 seconds and I'm just gonna get into level 60 if it's again a war scenario situation. So that's why I don't have to rush to actually get into level 60. Right, now I'm missing 10 talents, but I believe that a big chunk of his talent tree I can get it done. Now this is gonna be the first talent tree that I want to test with him. And again, as I mentioned, I'm really hyped about him in rallies. On field battles, archers have proven not to be so productive because there's too many cabs. There's too many cabs, they get swarmed, and I'm telling you, those hospital builds, they are painful. I do use YSG, so that's the main reason I know. Alright, so I'm just gonna do a little bit part, because obviously he's gonna miss 10 talent points. But this is gonna be the first talent build that I want to try out on him. So I have 4 more points. I want more rage. That's it, more rage. The next points, which is gonna be 10. He's level 50 at 6 stars. That means he can acquire another 10 talent points. He's gonna be 2, 5, 6, 9, and 1 in rapid fire, which is gonna be 10. So this is the talent build that I want to try out first, with a full skill build, more specifically with feral nature unlocked. This is how I want to try him. If that doesn't work, there is my usual talent build, which includes Phoenix Tail Arrow. But I don't see much of a difference just to getting Phoenix Tail Arrow while still holding Rejuvenate and Clarity. I'll be honest about this. The reason I need to try like this, and this is the build that I advise when I've done his Commander Spotlight. Rejuvenate, it's actually not, you don't profit 100% from Rejuvenate. It's because of his primary skill. So as long as Edward is primary commander, and that's how I highly recommend it, he reduces his own troops rage by 300. So basically, after he's using his primary skill, you get the 60 rage from Rejuvenate, and because he's reducing his rage, in theory those 60 rage is gone. So you'll only benefit from that talent after the second in command is gonna use his skill, because you're gonna get again 60 rage. So when the second in command is gonna reduce his skill, he's gonna get 60 rage again. Now I believe, and I hope that's actually how it works, is the rage reduction from Edward first skill only applies on his skill and not on his second in command. The way I've seen it only applies on his skills, the way the battle log looks like. So you only benefit from Rejuvenate 50%, because you only get the 60 rage when the second in command is using his skill. But that's the reason I want to try like this, because you have feral nature. If you have the full skill, you have feral nature, and because Edward requires such a huge rage pool, right? So he needs to acquire a huge rage pool in order to cast his primary skill. I'd rather have feral nature. Feral nature can actually go down 1, 2, maybe 3 times before he does his primary skill, or maybe just go once. You never know, you're unlucky. The point is, you actually have a very high chance for him to recharge his primary skill. Not to mention that putting him with YSG secondary, which YSG also have a rage restoration skill with 10% chance to get an additional 100 rage. So imagine if those two skills, if you're actually lucky, or especially at the beginning, you can actually proc, so that way you'll be able to spam skills, because that's gonna be the main damage of this build. That's why they all have so much skill damage. That's why they have so much damage factor on their primary skills. That's exactly how these commanders are built. They are built to do a large amount of skill damage. It's not boosting the troops, you need to boost the skill. And when you're in an alliance, you have all the bonuses, or especially if you're a rally leader, you have all the bonuses. You have runes, you have the shrines, the sanctuary, you have all those which actually empower even more the skill damage. Right, that's pretty much what I have to say about him. He's gonna be 6-star in any war situation, or whenever I'm gonna have the next arc. He's definitely gonna be 6-star, and I'm definitely gonna rally with him, and we will see what he can do. We will see what this guide is made of. Edward of Woodstock, 6-star, expertise attained. Right, yo. That's pretty much all about this video. I'm really hyped. I was really hyped when I saw him and Tomiris. I'm telling you the truth. Again, Tomiris is going to be second, and we're going to see if they are actually a very good pair. After Tomiris is going to be Alexander the Great. Right, that's pretty much about it. Until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care.